Hi, how's it going? Today I'm going to draw Death from the cartoon Billy and Mandy. And it's kind of an old show. I hope some of you remember it. Hopefully if you clicked on the video, you know what it is. This is for Halloween drawings. And I think Death design in that show is very cool. I really love it. So we're going to go over how to draw it. So grab a marker, grab paper. This is simple computer paper. 8.5 by 11. You can get it anywhere. You can get giant stacks of it for very, very cheap at your local stationery. Before I do, don't forget, subscribe, click the notification button, and like the video if you do like the video. So that's up to you. And yeah, let's get going. I will be posting here hardcore until Halloween. And then after that, I'll be posting much less through the year, unfortunately. But yeah, thank you. Let's get going. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the head shape of our Death character. So we're going to essentially draw a circle, but as a bit of a flat head. It's not totally cylindrical either. You can kind of see how it bulges out here. You can kind of bulge it out on the left and right. It's easier to draw a circle. It's almost more like a hexagon that's been rounded out or something. From here, now do we have this shape? Generally, you can still just draw a round shape. It's fine. I am going to draw lines sticking out. Think of like a lesser than and a greater than sign. But those are going to be his cheeks. Those are the cheekbones that he has. Pulling down into the front of that mouth. Pulling out into the lower jaw. Straight. That's the bottom of the jaw right there. And now we're gonna do the smile. So the smile is gonna curve down. We're gonna pull this here and it's gonna come up. So think of the smile. He has a massive underbite. Pull out. Pull it in here a little bit. Compare that. I think he needs to have a little bit of a curve to his upper lip. Let's go in, and we are going to draw a circle for one eye. And an off-centered, it's actually not even parallel. Another circle about the same size. Next to it, but it's going to be a little bit higher up. It's not going to be aligned properly. That's just the way the design is. I think it's cool. Okay. Draw a small, very tiny triangle. Lined underneath the eye here for a bag, and another line over here. Before I forget, straight line right here signifying, it's a shorthand for, the teeth. So I'm going to draw a line right here, cross, line right here, and a line right here. 3. And that's going to be shorthand to let you know that that's his teeth. Very similar to like Jack Skellington. He has that. Now we're going to go and draw the hood. The hood shape behind him is going to be, we're going to pull out from, I would say about the mouth area. Pull outward. Stop a bit. Curve up. Curve down. There you go. I'm gonna duplicate. It's almost like a diamond shape, that one. But think of a hoodie that kind of has that point at the top of that hoodie, and then it hangs off the sides a bit, and that's kind of what that indicates. So now we're gonna throw curve. Now we're gonna throw the outside of this hoodie shape. Pull in. Pulling up. Maybe a little bit more of a hook, actually. We're going to fill all that in black later. And then, like I said, we're going to follow along that shape right there. Pulling down. Pulling in. Now we got that hoodie shape. Let's pull downward into the body to take care of that. Think of like a stick. It starts right here and then actually pulls a little bit outward. It actually gets wider as it goes down a little bit. Let's make sure we still have that on camera. All right. And we might have to cheat a little bit because of the camera, but we can do that. So we're gonna pull outward, curl. Duplicate that curl. Out. Another curl. Think of like a hair sticking up, but it's a thick hair. Like a wave. Then another one at the end, and this one you don't have to make it as curly. That's gonna be the edge of his cloak, pulling across. Let's go right here. Curl. Same thing. Curl. And then a little not so curly at the end. This is a little bit shorter than that side. I could have made that a little bit longer. Let's go to his arm. And his arm is at a ready-like position. So it's going to be coming out the skull. The skull is essentially taking place of his torso. It's coming out, down, in almost a horn-like shape. Think like a trumpet or something going down. Let's go to his hand. Hand's not even attached. Upside down U shape. Pulling it a little bit in for his thumb here. Pull up. Pulling it out here. Pulling it out. And we're gonna have four fingers, sorry, on his hand. Drawing the short hand, which is essentially just some lines to kind of divide up where the bones separate the hand. Really simple. And then on the hand itself, yeah, it'll kind of be a separation as well. It's got that kind of Mickey Mouse lines or Mario lines that they tend to have sometimes. Other arm here, pull out. Again, think of like a trumpet, like a horn. Cut that off there. Curved line for the hand. He's going to be grabbing onto his sickle. I believe they call it a sickle. Pulling out. Now his hand's going to close, so we're going to curl it. Pulling down. Pulling in as well. So that shape looks kind of like, I'd say like a cup. divide the lines of the finger. Throw another line right here for that as well. And now we're going to draw the actual sickle. And I'm just going to make it a thick line. I know it's brown in the cartoon, but I am going to have to really cheat this one so it fits in the page. So I'm just drawing a thick line for the actual sickle. And I'm going to draw this curl right here. Now one curl pulling down. Again, I'm cheating it because I need to cheat it to fit on the page. Pulling it down. Obviously, again, a horn shape here. And now let's go back and fill in the black of his actual cloak. And when you do this, just do it pretty, you can do it pretty rapidly, but I would say keep it at a steady pace. Don't worry about, definitely worry about staying within the actual like lines, but in terms of how wet it is, just make it kind of wet at the same time if you can do that. Like you don't have to go like, you don't have to do that. You can just kind of glob it around. And the only part that's important is that it's all moist at a similar time, and that will make sure it dries relatively close to each other. It'll look like relatively one big block when you're looking at it. Thank you. I'm still filling it in. If you want to improve your drawing in general, if that is something that you really want to do, I encourage you to go to my Patreon, and I would hope that you go to my Patreon. That is essentially a website that is an online tip jar for extra training. So what I put on there is I put in tips, I put in drawings that I do that I don't show anywhere else, and I show the breakdown of them. I will do a video tutorials I don't post anywhere else, and I will do a lot more. And I will post on that every single day. Some are public posts, but the vast majority are not. They'll be private. The starting, I believe, is $2. That's literally just to see the page. Check that out, but I'll post that in the description because that will keep me afloat as well here, and I can put much more on my YouTube, whether it be this one or my other YouTube channel, Easy Things to Draw. It'll keep me able to do that and keep me fresh, and it'll make sure I can pay the bills on time. But yeah, thank you so much, and I really appreciate you watching. I'm so lucky, and you guys have said some amazing things, and I really am very touched by it. Happy Halloween, and I will see you later.